Anger can be a terribly destructive emotion. It can control who you are and what you've become. I had a bad temper, and I would even hurt the ones that I love, as well as the people who made me mad. My adult anger, I believe, was a result of my childhood environment. My mother and father had separated, and occasionally I was placed to live with other families, some of whom I didn't know. It was under these circumstances that I was sexually abused at the age of 7. And as a little boy, I was confused, scared, and frightened. And so when I was growing up, I had a terrible temper, filled with rage. Anger eventually made me emotionally sick and physically sick. I was withdrawn, alone, scared, and eventually it was manic depression. I was filled with all kinds of anxieties and horrible phobias. For instance, I suffered from claustrophobia. I couldn't ride in an elevator. I couldn't ride in a car. I couldn't talk in an office or in front of people. I was even scared to cross the street. I was afraid to ride in airplanes. Being closed in, I wanted to crawl on the floor and just hide. I was so frightened that even when I went to bed at night, I couldn't sleep. I would lay there and I would tremble and shake in the bed until the sun came up in the morning without any sleep. I was that frightened and that sick. And you had horrible thoughts going through your minds of what you were capable of doing. I couldn't drive over a bridge for fear that I would stop the car and jump off. So with this kind of emotional sickness, and the pain was so great, I was in a living hell. And the only way that I could get any relief from it was to consider suicide. I was 27 years old. I was in the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. And one morning when I was getting dressed, ready to go to work, I took out my service revolver, I sat on the bed, and I put the barrel in my mouth. And I was so scared that I fell to the floor, and I cried out to Jesus to help me. Help me. And with that, I cried till I fell asleep. And when I woke, I no longer had a desire to die. But I realized that if I was to get better, I would have to face my phobias one at a time. And I would ask Jesus to help me, to take my hand and help me overcome all the fears that possessed me. And so there was a period of recovery, moving away from this, until I realized that Jesus became totally part of my life. And so today I am so healthy emotionally, and Christ has given me a new personality. And even more than that, He has brought love, not anger, in my life through my wife and my family. And for Him, I give thanks.